What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, check out my video that I did the other day. Pacquiao advisor admits ducking Terence Crawford. I don't like Crawford's style. It doesn't suit Manny, which to me is the quintessential definition of the term cherry picking. You're basically saying, I do not want to put my fighter in there with this man based on his style. Now, I told you guys for a while, with new media, the truth is a coming. And you can no longer just say, oh, this fighter doesn't sell, this fighter is boring. You got to do more to prove it, because this is about good competitive fights. And most people believe there were better options than Jesse Vargas. Now, Jesse Vargas hasn't officially been named, but it looks like it's leaning towards Jesse Vargas. I mean, let's not play dumb, right? And I made the video. The comments are hilarious from a lot of people. A lot of people are saying, oh, Manny would destroy Terence Crawford. My question is, why didn't he not fight him? Clearly, he would get more credit beating an undefeated Terence Crawford than beating Jesse Vargas, who is also a champion. He has had no title defenses with his championship belt. He beat Saddam Ali. That was a great win with a new trainer. But he has losses. He's lost in recent memory. He lost to Timothy Bradley 11 out of 12 rounds, right? Stylistically, Pacquiao has had more success with guys that fight closer to what Jesse Vargas does. Not really the fastest guy, not the guy with most finesse or anything like that, like a huge pure boxer. Jesse Vargas is a tough, solid boxer who's gutsy and he knows how to brawl, you know what I'm saying? But Pacquiao does well with that. What he struggles with is guys closer like Terence Crawford. You'll read a bunch of comments where people will say stuff like, oh, Terence Crawford, he's no Mayweather. And the funniest thing is, I see the patterns, I see the usernames, new media. You're not going to pull the wool over my eyes. Like on the beginning of my Ego Valley videos, like Tupac says, they're only here to cause distraction. I find it very funny that some of these same usernames, some of these same people, they give Floyd Mayweather no ounce of credit in comparison to Pacquiao. Like they say Mayweather's a bitch, he's gay runner, he lost the fight. If you watch it in slow motion while doing a handstand, drinking apple cider and chopping onions, all this bullshit. And now all of a sudden, since nobody's really talking about Mayweather rematching Pacquiao at the moment, you know what I mean, because we already seen it and we already seen how that played out. But the immediate threat, somebody's on the same network, who's on the same side with Top Rank, and Terence Crawford, who's coming off of it, one of his best wins in a couple of fights, right? He dominated a guy who is also a champion. Now that the threat is Terence Crawford, some of those same usernames are now trying to give Mayweather credit. What do you mean? Terence Crawford, he's no Mayweather. He's not, he gets hit more than Mayweather. Terence Crawford, he's not Floyd. Just because Floyd had success, wait a minute. I thought Pacquiao won the fight in slow motion. So why are you giving praise and credit to Floyd Mayweather? Because in the end, the truth always comes out. And it's funny because now, again, now that Crawford is the threat, people keep comparing him to Mayweather and saying, oh, he's not Mayweather. But this is the reason for the comparison. If you look at what Mayweather does well, if you look at Crawford does well, stylistically, Crawford is closer to the same echelon of what a Mayweather does. I'm not saying he's Mayweather because there's variables. Mayweather has longer arms. I don't know if Crawford could take some of the punches that Floyd has taken in his career, like Shane Mosley after he battered Margarito and caught Floyd with that second round. At 47, I don't know if Crawford's chin would hold up to that Mosley shot that he didn't see coming, right? So there's differences. We get that. But if you look at what Crawford does well, look at what Mayweather does well, they have more similarities than Crawford and the polar opposite of a Mayweather, which is like a Ruslan Provodnikov or a Brandon Rios style of fighter. Someone who comes forward, a lot of pressure, not really big on defense, not really big on counterpunching. So that's the reason for the comparison. It's a complete fighter with counterpunching ability, who's athletic, who has speed, and this one is younger than Floyd, maybe stronger. I don't know at 47. I don't know what Crawford's power would be like. And he's a switch hitter. Pause. He can go into southpaw and arguably fights better as a southpaw than he does as a righty. So realistically, it's a great fight that Pacquiao and his team avoided. And Bud Crawford is aware of this because he just posted this the other day. I'm on his Instagram, and it's a picture of Hank Lundy. You click on it. The caption reads, "The ducking game. Hashtag boxing. Hashtag I'd duck me too." So that's obviously a shot at Pacquiao, because this was 2 days ago when all the news was really circulating that Pacquiao has selected Jesse Vargas, and they're meeting next week to finalize the deal, get the venue, and all the little last minute details. So it looks like it's not 100%, but it looks like it's Jesse Vargas. And the funny thing is this: I was at this fight, Crawford versus Postal, and a lot of people, oh, he ran and all this. Look at this picture. The picture tells you everything. Who does it look like is running? Postal got hit, got hurt, and he started to flee, and he was trying to evade the onslaught, right? So this picture's worth 1,000 words. You guys let me know what this picture is. And the bottom line is Postal couldn't handle it. Post-fight, Freddie Roach admitted that oh my God, he had trouble with Crawford's speed. Like, he said himself that my guy couldn't deal with Crawford's speed and his power, right? Crawford himself, or Postal himself, said he hurt me. And we all, I mean, we can clearly see he was hurt. So all that running shit sounds dumb, because if he was running, then why was he the one getting hurt? Why was he the one that couldn't deal with the speed? You know what I'm saying? Why did Crawford have better stats? You know what I mean? Offensive stats. So it seems to me, this is a funny thing, it seems to me like this would be the type of performance that would catapult you into a fight with a megastar like a Pacquiao, someone who's known elite. But in this instance, that's not the case. Now, after this performance, it's like he's running in the opposite direction. Like, they'd rather fight Jesse Vargas, right? And that's what it is. You look at Mayweather, some of his fights, like Ricky Hatton, undefeated, beat Costa Zoo, who I think he was favored to lose to, beat Jose Luis Castillo, was undefeated, then he fought Floyd. You look at Maidana, best career win, because they were saying Broner was the next Mayweather, the future pay-per-view star. He was undefeated. Maidana put a stop to that, stopped those plans, right? Then he fought Floyd. You look at Victor Ortiz, beat an undefeated Berto, who HBO was praising and was looking really good, looking real slick, powerful, and they had a fight of the year. Victor Ortiz came out on top, got the Mayweather fight. Shane Mosley, people said he was a dead man in there with Antonio Margarito. You seen what happened with Cotto. Margarito's too much for this Mosley, and he was cheating before it was found out with the raps, and Margarito got pulverized in that fight and got stopped. A guy known for a granite chin. Who did he fight next? Mayweather. He fought Mayweather next. Cotto avenged his first ever loss to Margarito, fought Mayweather next, right? Canelo beat an undefeated slickster, Austin Trout, who's southpaw. A lot of people said would give Canelo problems, beat him. Canelo knocked him down and beat him. Got the Mayweather fight. But Crawford's had his best win that he's had in the last couple fights, and this is not the performance that catapults him into a Pacquiao fight. So it just goes to show me that Team Pacquiao, they're trying to extend the shelf life, and they're looking for more of a short shot win. Like Jesse Vargas, I don't know anyone that's really going to be picking Vargas to win. He can make it cagey, he can make it scrappy, but everything that he does, from what I've seen, is more in line to what Pacquiao does well versus Crawford. Crawford is a real telling fight, because I'm not saying it's easy work, and that's the difference. You listen to my commentary versus some of the dumbasses in the comment section, and it's outlandish what they're saying. Oh, Pacquiao runs through him and knocks him out in one round. But we haven't even seen Crawford really knocked down, right? He got hurt versus Gamboa. So I do believe if Gamboa can hurt you, then Pacquiao can clearly hurt you at 40 or 47 if you get caught, right? So Crawford would have to be smart. But again, just look at the commentary. Look at who's saying what. I'm not saying it's an easy fight for Crawford. Like, I'm giving Pacquiao his just due, but a lot of people aren't giving Crawford his just due. They're saying, oh, he's boring, he's a bitch, Pacquiao would destroy him easily. And it's funny because all that bravado in the comment section, a lot of you guys saying that have more confidence than Team Pacquiao. Freddie Roach is saying we need tune-up fights before we fight this man, right? Why do you need tune-up fights? Since when does a fighter need tune-up fights coming off of a sharp win? Pacquiao just beat Timothy Bradley, who used to spar with, or who used to hire this man to spar, Terence Crawford, right? You beat him, knocked him down twice. People said Pacquiao is back. People normally need tune-up fights after they've had like a knockout loss. They got battered and just dealt, you know what I mean, like a Maidana versus Broner. Broner took a tune-up fight after that. He fought Carlos Molina. Danny Garcia knocked out Amir Khan. Then he came back and fought Carlos Molina. You know what I mean? A tune-up style fight from a lower division. He pulled that guy up, a fight he was favored to win. So that's my thing. Why would Pacquiao need a tune-up? It's not like Marquez knocked him out in his last fight. He looked good versus Bradley. They said he was back and he's sharp. So why would Freddie Roach be calling for tune-ups before they fight this man? Because Freddie Roach is no stranger to boxing. His other fighter just lost to this man, and he was on the opposing corner, and he got to see it unfold. So of course he knows his own fighter's strengths and weaknesses. And Postal couldn't do anything with his height. Crawford figured out a way, neutralize his best weapon. So bottom line, it does not look like Team Pacquiao is as confident as you guys in the comment section, because they would have taken the fight. And I'm going to leave with this question. If Pacquiao fought Terence Crawford or Keith Thurman, I want to see the people who give Pacquiao more credit. Who's going to give Pacquiao more credit for beating Jesse Vargas, a fighter who's been beaten recently by Timothy Bradley, as opposed to beating a Keith Thurman, undefeated welterweight puncher coming off a phenomenal fight with Sean Porter, or Terence Crawford coming against the other top name at 140, a supreme win where he won pretty much all the rounds, and Postal's best rounds weren't even that impressive, right? So who's going to give Pacquiao more credit for beating Jesse Vargas stylistically, based on the fact that Crawford and Thurman are undefeated and Jesse Vargas isn't, right? Nobody. And if you do, you're probably going to say some bullshit. So bottom line is, if you wouldn't give Pacquiao more credit for beating Jesse Vargas, then that's not the best fight for him. You know what I mean? Crawford, you would clearly give Pacquiao more credit. So if Pacquiao is this walk in the park, or Crawford's a walk in the park for Pacquiao, why not take the fight? It's going to be easy work, and you'll get more credit. You'll get more credit by beating him because he's undefeated. You're like, oh, I beat a guy who they were comparing to Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. But the bottom line is they don't want to. They don't want to test that out. And Pacquiao has a chance in there. I mean, I'm not saying it's a give me fight for either fighter. I'm saying I want to see it because I'm new media, and that's what I do. I'm not ducking. All the people say, oh, I hate this fighter because he ducked and dodged competition. That's what you guys do as fans. You duck and dodge. Oh, you make all these excuses. Oh, Crawford, he's a runner. He didn't run versus Gamboa. That's why he was getting hurt in that fight, right? So you don't know what Crawford's going to do. You know what I mean? Make all these excuses. Oh, but Crawford Postal only did 50,000. I don't even know if that's an official number. I just heard it. So that's the excuses that they're making. Oh, he didn't do any pay-per-view numbers. Okay, when has Jesse Vargas ever even been on pay-per-view? And I'm not talking about the undercard like when he fought Antonio DeMarco. So bottom line is Pacquiao will get more credit by beating a young, strong fighter who's undefeated than he would beating Jesse Vargas, who recently lost. I mean, look at him. He's in shape. He has a tricky style that has given Pacquiao problems. Fighters that fight like him, athletic, guys with speed, guys with movement, things like that. So styles make fights. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.